Okay, this is the review sheet for the test that you should have in your hand that says review in case you can't read it. The number one is 15% of 48. Okay, 15% of 48. Whenever you see the word of, you multiply. So you can go 0.15 times 48. Or you could write 48 times 0.15. It really doesn't matter. Okay? So if you multiply that out, give y'all a minute to multiply it, what do you get? You're correct. It is 7.2. Some of these I'll multiply for you. Some of them I won't. Looking at number 2. That says 25% of 80. So if you want to set that as a proportion, okay, you could write what, and be the same thing, or you can just multiply, is 25% of, what's the 80. I know that looks awful, so I'll rewrite it. What is 25% of 80? So you know the 25% is going to be over 100. That is if you just don't want to multiply. You can just multiply it across since the of is in between. But if you want to set it up as a proportion, you know 25 is going to be over 100. Okay? And part over whole, or is over of, or you can say part over whole. So you know the whole thing is 80. Is over of. So the of is 80 and the x is. You don't know what it is. Now, of course, you cross multiply. You have 100x equals what? Okay, what do we have for 25 times 80? Okay, so I'll go to the next slide. 25 times 80. And you have 0 here. 5 times 8 is 40. Carry your 4. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 4 is 20. Okay, so that's 2,000. So I'm going to go back here. So we have 2,000. And of course, if we divide both sides by 100, what is your answer? The answer is 20. Okay, the answer is 20 for number 2. Number 3. So we can just multiply straight across. If you have 135% of 70. So we know we have to change the percent to what? A decimal. So that changes to 1.35 times 70. So when you multiply that, what did you get? You're right, 24.5. Number 4, we have 7/10% of 100. Okay, so 7/10% of 100. So that means that what is 7/10% of 100? So you would change 7/10% is the same as 0.7. 7/10 is the same as 0.7% of 100. So if that's 0.7, I just changed the fraction to a decimal, 0.7%, how would I change that percent? Move the decimal twice, so that's 0.07 times 100. Because it's not 70, it's 0.7. So I had to move the decimal here over 2 times to make it 0.00 times 100. So you would multiply, what would you get? So the answer, if we multiply that, will be 0.7. So that is 0.7% is 0.7. Okay? Looking at number 5, we set up proportions. On the test, you must set the proportions up and solve. So what percent of 50 is 36? What percent of 50 is 36? So you don't know the percent, so you have to put x over 100. So I don't know the percent. Equals is over of, part over whole, so 36 has to go on top, 50 on the bottom. And we just simply cross multiply. That's 3,600 equals 50x. Divide both sides by 50. So you see x equals what? 72. That was number 5. Number 6. What percent, I'm just going to put a question, what percent of 20 is 4? What percent of 20 is 4? This is number 6. So you don't know the percent, so you know it's going to be x over 100, of course, when you don't know the percent. Part over whole. So the small number always goes on top because that's the part. The whole thing is 20. That helps you to remember that. Cross multiply, and you have 400 equals 20x. Now we're going to divide both sides by 20. So x equals what? 20. Very good. Let's see, we're up to number 7. 30 is 50% of what number? So I'm going to put a question mark. What number? So again, no, anytime you have the percent given, you know that number is over 100. You don't have to put the percent sign there. Just that number is over 100. Equals, E is over of, okay, of is the whole thing, part over whole, 30 over x. So cross multiply, you get 50x equals what? When you multiply 50, and this is 3,000, okay? So divide both sides by 50. And what did we say x was for number 7? X is 60. X is 60. Number 8. 12 is 25% of what number? I'm going to put a question mark. So you know the percent is 25. You got to write this down, over 100. Equals 12 is over of, part over whole. So 12 over x, because you want to know the whole thing. What's the number? Cross multiply, and you get 1200 equals 25x. Oops. 25x. Divide both sides by 25. And so what did you get for x? X equals 48. Okay, I think we already did number 9 on the other recording, but I'll go ahead and do it now. A computer is on sale for $600. That's the sale. $600 is the sale. And this price, and this is 75% of its original price. So you know the 75% has to be 75 over 100. So if it's on sale for $600, that's the part, $600. What is the original price? That's the whole thing, or is over of. So we're going to cross multiply, and we get 60,000 equals 75x. Divide both sides by 75. And what do we get? X equals 800. Okay. Now I have a couple of other questions that may help you on the test. This is a review from last time. This is a word problem. Selena babysits on weekends. The equation y equals 12x. Pay attention, this may be on the test. Represents the amount of money she earns. So this is the money, write this down, she earns. And we went over this a little bit last time. What is the constant of proportionality? What is the constant of proportionality? That means what is constant when you were to put the answer in. Like if you were to say y equals 12x represents the amount she earns, so y is the amount she earns. So if she worked 2 hours, y equals 12 times 2, so she would have earned $24. If she worked 3 hours, y equals 12 times 3, and that would equal $36. Now, what's the constant thing that did not change? That means that's the constant of proportionality. And what did not change? What did not change was the 12. The 12 is the constant of proportionality. So you would change the number of hours, but the rate per hour, which is the 12, does not change. Okay? I'll give you another one. This could be on the test, so pay attention. A 6-ounce box, this is 6 ounces. A 6-ounce box of vanilla pudding costs 72 cents. That's 6 ounce, O-U-N-C-E. Okay, that's not 60. And a 3-ounce box costs 0.27 cents. The question is, we went over this before, what's the difference in the cost per ounce? So to figure out the cost per ounce, this is ounce, you simply divide. So to get the cost per ounce, I'm going to divide, for the first one, the 6-ounce bottle, 6 into 0.72. So 6 into 0.72, bring the decimal straight up. 6 goes into 7 one time, okay? 6 times 1 is 6, 12. 6 goes into 12 2 times. So that's each ounce for the 6 ounce, when each ounce is how much? 12 cents. Each ounce. Now let's look at the 3-ounce bottle. I'm going to try to squeeze this in. So I'm going to divide 3 into 0.27. Bring the decimal straight up. 3 won't go into 2, so I have to put a 0 there. But 3 will go into 27. How many times? 9. So 3 times 9 is 27. No remainder. So the 3-ounce bottle is 0.09. So the question is, what is the difference between the costs? Difference means you do what? Subtract. So I'm going to put it in this box when I'm doing. The difference means I'm going to do what? Subtract. So I'm going to have the 0.12 minus the 0.09. So the difference is how many cents? 3 cents. So the answer would be 3 cents. Please write that down. That's a cents. Okay? 3 cents. So write that down. It may be on the test. So pay close attention. And I have another one before I finish. Let's review this. What if you had 20%, write this one down, it's not on your review sheet, of 70? We already did several like this. What do? You should know. Change the percent to a decimal and multiply. So 70 times what? 0.20. 0, 2 is 0. 2 times 7 is 14. Move the decimal. It's 3, 2 places. So the answer would be 14. And one more if you estimate. So if you were to estimate 24% of 60, what is 24 closest to? It's closest to 20. So if we were to estimate that, we would multiply 60 times 0.20. So we're just estimating. You can go 0.2. It's the same thing. 0, 0 is 12. So I'll move the decimal over 2 times. So in estimating it, 24% of 60 as an estimation would be 12. This concludes the review. Some of these questions could be on the test. So pay attention and do the review and study it.